and nade for Quesarado. Art is going to have a smoke, flash, and a HE of his own, and 3 towards B early. They're biffing mid. There's a P250 for Zywin. Art has done it again.
Yeah, that's another one in the column, folks. He's just an animal when it comes to finding these fights. I can't believe Yuri's sticking around. He really did want to keep them caged, and one expert leans Furia's way.
Yeah, it's definitely chopped and changed since the start of map number 1, hasn't it? To be careful with when they release this nade. It is just Apex selling this on his lonesome. So as soon as they take contact half wall, Quesarado will release this. It'll detonate on his head, do a big chunk of damage. But bearing down on top mid now, allowing Zywin to work with this P250. Jiggle peeking, calling the corners clear. And Apex is just being as big and noisy as he can. But Safe's just pushed all the way down Banana, Alex. They know this is going to be A.
Yeah, they do. It could be an arch wrap. And that's what Quesarado was responsible for.
It's going to get messy now.
Top has spotted it. 3 bursting through. Apex finds a frag elsewhere, but it's Quesarado in the library. Bomb now loose where the CT spawned. It's Magisk trying as hard as he might with a long-range Glock to pick up that bomb.
Oh, he's got it.
He has to get away from Speedway. Art doesn't miss these.
Oh!
Art doesn't miss these. What a shot. Hello. And it was winnable until Art happened. I don't want to be an Art simp, but it's all everything he does is round defining.
I love it. I love watching Art play, just keeping it absolutely all over the map here.
Sheesh.
And that right there, there's a little detail during all of this. Apex actually went all the way back towards Chicken Pit. You can see him getting the kill in the back of Safe's head. He tucked in expecting that type of banana re-aggression, which he was bang on about, but the bomb getting marooned in spawn was the undoing, and Art hitting a couple of crispy one-bangs there. Looks like Vitality have had enough of the force buy losses. We saw quite a few of them throughout this tournament so far, and this time they will just be taking an echo. Apex is staying in spawn. This is a French tactical timeout here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I don't know if we can, production. I'm going to put you on the spot, but this would be a great time for like a pip just to put it on Apex to see if he is just sitting there talking. Yeah. I don't know if we can do that. I'm asking a lot right now. But if possible, we could help illustrate what's happening with Apex at spawn right now.
They see the players. They can see the players.
Oh, yeah, they have the player cam.
We just don't have
We don't have the player cam.
That's why.
Sorry, guys.
But, I mean, let's pretend we can. You can see the way he's talking.
Yeah, the way Apex... Yeah.
See the way he's gesticulating and moving.
I see, yep.
There's a layer to the broadcast, I'm afraid. It's too much to ask.
We're a bit in the dark there, guys. Sorry.
It's about to get, I think...
All of them.
3. Drops, steals 1. Drops dead. And Quesarato's got 3. Lovely.
Where are these cheeky unsilenced M4s coming from? We're seeing more and more every day.
Unsilenced M4s, that's what confused me, yeah. Where are we seeing these silenced M4s from? I know where, you know where they're coming from, Chad. The M4A4, yes, indeed, the A4. It's been a weird one. A couple of players are starting to have probably given it a good go and returned to what they know.
It's curious, right, isn't it, though, to see it?
Masuta, and it seems, is that Quesarato's purchase?
Yeah, I think I saw it yesterday as well.
Drops. It is that question I will answer. It is not his, it's Art. Art is rocking the M4.
All right, fair enough. Well, AKs are out right now for Vitality. Oh. That's an opener. Nice from Dupree.
Yeah, and Dupree is dead. Art dead as well. Stuck around. This is a very messy round. Yeah, they should have the full A site. They know there's gaps. They're trying to jump through that flaming hoop, and mission complete now. They're across default. Bomb to be planted. They've got smoke for library. 2 smokes, to be specific. I think Apex is just, or rather Masuta's thrown one out now. Deep lib.
They should save. Oh, yeah, they should definitely save now that he's been dinked. The fact that they were trying to at least see what was going on was to get a kill in transition, but now I'm going to hold on to these 2 M4s. Money is not flush over there with it in the early stages, and a great response from Vitality early. So that's what we want to see.
Dupree go kill. Yeah, catches a swing of safe, and the rest just spirals into a lovely even trade, which favors that of Vitality.
Yeah, the top mid fight there from Furia, it was all in, right? They weren't playing a standard hold by any means. They wanted to continue to contest within that choke point. They might be used to the face-it games that you guys are playing, where everybody just wants to pick boiler and holes and window and mid and die, and then you play a 4v5 for the rest of the round. But this was all over Red Rover real quick. 1,400 loss bonus going to come into the bank balance. We can do some quick maths right here. They can go for a buy and probably most likely will, knowing how Art likes to operate with things. So 3.7 for safe is the highest in terms of those who are having a rebuy. A drop of Famus. We get a couple of SMGs in the mix. But here was the opener from Dupree. and then the trading, right? When I said they needed a double, right? They needed a double to draw it back so that then it was traded evenly, because it was going 1-for-1 in favor of the T side, right? So that's the dominoes falling in favor of Vitality, and they will buy. Famas dropped, Scout for R and an MP9 for safe. Full set of nades and plenty of kits too to get this done if we do find ourselves in a post-plan scenario. Art, aggressive, of course. They know the Scout's in play now, so that's one piece of information. You don't want to get tagged up from Arch or Library or anything like that. Want to use your smokes, and that was almost an opening. Hey,
Serato on notice. And the swing out leads to Drop's demise. They can build on this. Charging in, look at Apex go. He could not have taken more initiative. Charges across, gets to pool, asks for a re-smoke, and the rotates here.
Art's going through.
Going for a boost.
Oh.
Not anymore. Apex actually is far too aware of what's going on, what's cooking in the Furia kitchen, and they're already tail between their legs trying to escape some damage control. Good spray. Apex will go down, but mission accomplished. A double to open up the site.
Now, I don't know if that M4 is retrievable here for Yuri. I know he has a FAMAS, but you'd love to upgrade into an M4. He's currently just still perched over towards apartments, not moving right now. Masuda to contain any of this, but 2-2. This is already more like it. You know, you're seeing a bit more pep in the step, a bit more aggression. I mentioned they're the Ts. They're the ones who get to dictate where the fights are going to be. We've seen it in top mid, and now we've seen it top banana, and the Danes have been key in both of those openings. So good stuff for Magisk in this round.
Does Masuda fancy his chances? Certainly not flush for cash. In fact, himself really could use the cash, but he's walking in nonetheless. Bomb's about to go.
Yeah, the biggest issue here is if he dies with nothing and that M4 gets picked up by Yuri, that's a very tidy upgrade. So needs to consider his choices here. Has Dupree alongside him. Maybe this has been part of the speech. Boys, what are we doing? Let's just shoot them. I know that sounds ridiculous, but that's actually sometimes what the conversation in those huddles can be. Let's just take the fight. Let's have some confidence. Yeah. It still comes with the nades. It still comes with the teamwork. But there's an element of it about having confidence. And it's such a key within Counter-Strike.
Diagonal mousepad gang on Dupree. Good to see. Some representation. Apex, though, he was just so aware, in tune with what everyone was doing. All of his kills there came from just knowing where they should be and thriving with the spray. We are going to be seeing a max 7 in play. Art has fully invested.
It's on brand for Art, I suppose. Let's see how much he can get done with this. We're playing apartments, which is one of the best areas to find himself with this weapon. 3 towards B.
All this hinges on is that the B players don't go down early, so that he can at least try and threaten with it. Dupree finds himself saying shotgun apps. Not something he said all too often.
Boiler Molly, and that should be enough to cancel this, but they want to stay around stubbornly. The thing is, it's keeping their feet planted as Vitality turn their attention towards the B bomb site now, and that's where the weaker of the purchases are. K Serato is joining safe and drop with the Deagle. This time the open needs to go their way, and it won't. Magisk again, so the Danes in 3 consecutive rounds have found the openings. Great stuff again.
You can count on them. Dupree and Magisk providing.
The thing is, you have a stack there, and I get that, you know, Drop's just on the jiggle, but he gets wrecked. So that's not going to even bait them in. The max 7 not connecting finally from R. Oh!
Oh, God. It's still not the end of the world for Vitality.
They're going to run into the M4.
Is a boosted save. It is a boosted save. Apex opens it up. One more on the side. K Serato doesn't have the weapon for this. A single Deagle, no armor. A single bullet would ruin this day, but they're assuming it's clear. Apex is not looking, and he does. Protect and conquer. Yuri could win this, and they will at least defend their honor. Zywoo gets his first frag of Inferno, and it's crucial. Wins the 1v1. Puts Vitality in the lead. Very costly round there, right? So many bodies hitting the deck right there. And then timeout immediately called here. This is going to be the first from Furia, and for good reason. There's the opening from Magisk, just the little tiny gap he's working with. This looked like Art was going to get nothing, and then he gets 2. So good stuff from Art here. As soon as he got that jiggle off Masuda, you knew it was going to get messy. Really good play out of Apex again. So twice we've had him on the highlight package, catching someone on that boost position, breaking into B. Vitality definitely going to be punishing Furia on that B site. Drop going to be made to feel the pressure. I think, you know, there's very few teams that will be as well drilled and well versed in how you can approach that banana side of the map.
There won't be any AWP for Safe or Art here early, depending on which one wanted to wield it. They just don't have enough cash to do so at this juncture of the game. No defuse kit either for the gun round in round number 6. So they just had a timeout. Let's see what this nets them. What is the approach going to be? How are they going to corral the troops? Art and Yuri over towards apartments again. Quesarado drop top banana and Safe over towards the long side of things. You see that ROPS round from the position Art just took? Absolutely mental. Apps pop, Alex.
Yeah. They have got a nice setup for this, though. Flash and go. Flash and go straight to hell. Yuri condemns 3 to the pits.
That's way too easy.
It really did. I don't think I've seen a frag like that in a couple of years. Like, you haven't seen 3 just by standing on the balcony and spraying it. That's very, like, mowing down CLG as opposed to mowing down Vitality.
It's a bit more old school, isn't it, right? It's not like a playing out the map control and drawing the pieces and understanding where you want to fight. You're trying to overwhelm.
That was like JDM and Cutler running out, trying to open the site with bodies. Chad Burchell's familiar with the strategy.
I think JDM's coaching the FaZe Valorant team now, and Cutler was playing with Hazed and co. I don't know if he still is in Valorant as well.
Well, yeah, they were some of the first we lost in the Purge.
Well, could just be a save round from Apex here.
Tarek just won Best Streamer at the Streamer Awards.
Did he really?
Yeah, Best FPS Streamer.
Oh, okay. All right.
Like,
Wow.
you know, there's a lot of FPS streamers that are more streamer gang. He's our CS boy.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, congratulations to Tarek. I went on his profile the other day and I was like, how does he have so many Twitter followers?
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
I always knew it was No Shirt TV.
He's a brand. He's always been a brand.
No Shirt TV originally, wasn't it? That's where he used to eat cereal and not wear a shirt while he would play video games. And then I guess when he was streaming as part of EG, and now he's huge.
Yeah, he had to change his name, didn't he?
Hope he doesn't forget about us.
Me too. Yeah.
Obviously, we played such instrumental roles in Tarek's life.
But it is also, yeah, it's a good example of, you know, if you can do the shoot good, but you can't necessarily operate in a team environment, sometimes the streaming is better.
But Shroud's over there doing obviously all the streaming stuff. People have known about him for years. Here's this. Look at this. Look, we got 2 different camera angles right here for everybody. You guys are being very spoiled today.
Oh, serious business. But yeah, that's really rare. I haven't seen someone not have to move off the balcony and get 3 kills in years. So that's an odd one. Vitality looking a bit discombobulated. En français, c'est discombobulaire.
Ouais.
Ouais. I'm just making that up.
Well, banana control for Magisk again. A nice little heat seeker nade there onto Drop and Quesarado. They are more than softened up here.
Ooh, Art is a dead man. Yeah, you just call out Dupree again with an opening kill. How many Danish openers can Vitality get handed?
Yeah, that's wild, right? If we continue to keep that tally up, they're doing a fantastic job. It was just in the last where they were blank in terms of kills in general.
But yeah, that would be 4 then. 3 at least from Dupree and Magisk.
They should go back towards the B-bomb site here and go for a bit of a gamble if you're Furia, right? You don't have any space, you have no map control, you're likely going to save if one of the 2 bomb sites is hit. It appears they're just going to double up with a 2-2, so Quesarado and Drop, but both over towards Coffins. They're going to be overrun here. They're not in position. They're so out of position.
Oh, so out of position. You just see him strafing into Emo, dropping the incendiary, dropping bodies is Zywoo as he cracks in. Eliminates the threat on Dark. There is another. They have to check new box, and yeah, Drop's got 4 crosshairs looking straight at him, so this definitely is a nice contrast to Vertigo. You can see how it doesn't operate the same way, neither does the CT side of Furia.
I tell you which bomb site I'm going from now on if I'm Vitality. Just go towards B. Yeah. The setup early has looked not great,
no.
If I'm going to be completely honest with things over here.
If you're being completely honest, you wouldn't say not great, would you?
I would have said something else.
Yeah. So to be slightly honest.
To be partially honest. For the sentiment to be the same.
Yes, thank you.
Yep.
Hi, Alex Pedant Richardson here. Change of my name.
It's better that we correct.
Yeah, well, and I think if you were being completely honest half the time, Chad, I don't know how long we'd get to do this together.
I don't say many profanities.
No, you're a very good boy.
In day-to-day.
Very good boy.
I read a comment about me the other day. It's like, my favorite bit about listening to Sponge commentate is when he almost swears every time. I'm like, what?
They're probably talking about me. They get us confused.
The swear words don't really, guys, I'm going to give you a fun fact about me. In my household, when I was a little one, even when I was a teenager, even when I was a young adult, if I swore, I'd be sleeping outside.
I want to help people, Chad.
No, you don't.
I do.
I think what you want to do, you need to, first of all, But it depends on the topic. This is a gun round. Let's wait for an eco, and then we'll try and help some people.
Yeah.
We'll do unhelpful advice with Alex and Chad.
Unhelpful help.
Almost out for safe right now. They know that. Shot taken. Double boiler setup.
Yeah, well, every time you chuckle about a double boiler setup, Jax gets 3 kills on his Deagle. So
where's Jax now?
He's doing well, actually. He's watching, dancing.
He likes to dance. The sun will be out. He'll be out there getting all those rays. Well, this Molotov was almost destined for success, wasn't it?
Not to be today. Now, the bomb is leaning towards the A side of the map. And safe with this double boiler orb, he's going to get him.
I hate it.
Sart's the one to take it from him. And Masuta has to say 2 boiler.
I really hate this setup. This can still go very wrong. Like, this is not safe for Furia at all. And not the player, I mean the round. Art's going to play ahead of this. They've cut off the choke point, and they can still flash and pop through. Like, they know the timing on this. They're trying to set up the long smoke that's going to divide halfway through. Magisk is lining that up now. Here they come.
All right, let's see how they receive. The Mart's actually taking a more passive stance now as the util does rain in.
They can lurk through that long smoke if they want, so that's a big question mark.
30 seconds. Everyone's here. No one's pushed Banana for info. They're still cowering in fear, and Dupree, another opener.
Yuri needs 2.
He needs a lot more. Magisk catches the flash. Yuri has defended this site with grace. The bomb coming in as well. Art to try and provide some overwatch. He's caught a flash, caught some flak. And Apex will have a chance to clutch up. 10 seconds on the clock as the bomb does go down. Serato worming his way into the blind spot. And as he mantles, Serato converts. We'll go 4-4.
Okay, well, it's just so off meta the way that Furia are playing. Like a double boiler. What they're trying to do is they're trying to take advantage of defaults because we know, well, maybe you know, but there's so much map control required on Inferno. You need boiler and halls, you need top banana control, you need top mid control. So they're just banking off the fact that Vitality aren't going to do anything too pack heavy. And the time that Vitality did do something pack heavy, Yuri smashed them in the balcony, right? So they're being pushed into just playing more default Counter-Strike. But that type of a setup, like it could go so wrong so quick. Fortunately, it works. Timeout going to be called this time by Vitality, so Zonic gets a chance to chip in on the mic right here. Apex is bought in. There's enough for everybody besides Masuda to get a full purchase, so he might just be on a Galil.
When did Twitch get animated emotes? We are in the living in the future now.
Yeah.
That's, I'm not much of a Twitcher. That's kind of gangster. Everything moves nowadays. Wow, I thought it was just the emojis.
The emoticons.
The emoticons, to be specific.
I don't know what they're called. I call them a bunch of names, but
Digimons.
That's the ones. It's a good show, Digimon. I don't feel it ever got enough praise.
Yes. I was actually a big fan of Kim Possible.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Ron.
Ron was funny. The Naked Mole Rat. I think the Naked Mole Rat was one of my main characters.
All Disney stuff seems to have like an animal for comic relief.
Oh, yeah. But I did go to the shop and buy 2 rats after that.
You see that smoke that Dupree's just thrown there?
Yeah.
So...
You want to talk about it?
We call that one the 1-2 pop.
Smoke bench. Bench smoked. Yeah, bench smoke. 10 seconds.
So good attempt there, but he can re-smoke it. They've given him another one. He can throw it from...
Oh, Magisk, stop it. Stop it, Magisk. You're alone. There's 3 of them there. He's managed to keep the feet planted as his whole squad charges in. And yep, Chad said it. He's going to be honest with you. It's over.
That one is honest.
Yeah, you are being honest.
That's about as truthful as I can get here.
That. You know what? Okay, now let's take some bets. Apex kills anyone? No one. What's his money situation?
I think they should still maybe chase, just because like Furia, they're going to throw constantly crazy things at you anyway. So I wouldn't mind it, especially if they're super methodical with their chase. So they don't just have to run in there. They still have approximately 25 seconds remaining to try and claw these guns away. You can safely hunt, right? You don't have to go crazy. Now Dupree has a lot of information. Apex is still locking down Banana. Zywoo is snaking his way through as well. Masuda has the AWP, so they're not worried about losing that. Oh, Apex. Your back's turned. And Serato's over towards triple. Yeah. Safe should be dead here.
Should be. Being the... he's actually
needs to be protected by Serato. Thank you, Serato. Hell, they needed that. They lose 2 bodies there. They can drop this AWP over towards Zywoo, that's fine, and Magisk and Apex can rebuy. So there's no dramas, just no bankers being built, but they already have 5 rounds on the T side. So this is already a great T haul. Second tactical timeout called.
Sonic immediately starting to talk. He knows the drill. He just wants to get every second out of that timeout.
Yeah, I'm curious what Furia does here, because like Sonic in this situation can just go, hey Apex, let's expect this aggressive move, or let's expect that aggressive move, because, you know, what if they got left over? All right, let's take stock, take a bit of inventory, because it is a timeout call, and you could see Gary there really trying to rile the troops up here in a big way. Because I feel if Furia don't get the opening pick with whatever their gambit is, then they're going to be in a bit of strife. 2 MP9s, a FAMAS, an AK-47, and an AWP to wield in round number 10. But this is trending the way I think we thought it would. Very likely to see us go into the third map of Nuke here. And Vitality, once we get to Nuke, the game becomes actually leading in their favor, to be honest.
I want to give everyone just a taste of what's to come, but you know how Vertigo played a bit weirdly, and Inferno's got some weird CT setups. You wait till you see Furia on Nuke. That is a ball game in itself.
Another one for him.
Another one for Magisk. Yeah, Astralis, ex-Astralis players are throwing a lot of bodies out of the server in these openings, and it is thanks to both Magisk and Dupree. For now, though, actually, Furia win out on their exchange. 1 from Magisk and 2 from Keserato and Safe.
I think Magisk is trying to do what Art did over there. He's 4-0 in terms of opening duels right now, so having a real laugh of a time, but so is Yuri. Nice little upgrade. He'll take that.
Any day. Okay, so this actually could be an interesting round. Should Dupree and ZywOo slow it down? Keserato onto Dupree looks like a likely engagement. The long flash, he doesn't pull the trigger, doesn't reveal just yet.
Oh, nice shot.
Oh, damn.
It's a B is a possibility now. ZywOo can go back banana. They can turn their attention to Safe, who has the AWP. He misses a shot. He's real screwed.
Oh, shame he's pulled the pin there, and actually Safe has managed to catch Dupree. Means he can focus his attention now on ZywOo, likely banana.
He doesn't need to communicate in a 1-on-3, does he?
Good point. Keeps his lips zipped and focuses all of that attention onto his crosshair. Safe, ready, waiting, and very quick beheading. We'll go 5-5. A bit low on the cash now. Vitality are going to have to take one on the chin.
Yeah, does Zonic call a timeout now? Because what's happened before was, you know, Furia took one, then they won the round. Then the next round, Zonic took one, and then they won the round. So I don't think there's enough cash, as you mentioned, to warrant a timeout here. Might just have to be... Oh, never mind.
Hey.
I guess there is enough cash to warrant a timeout here. So this one will be called on the side of Vitality. We keep going tit for tat in that regard. Magisk into an AK-47, and as I just mentioned, he's 4-0 in terms of opening duels. So send him up banana, wind him up, let him go. He'll get you what you need. The rest have invested in some pistolas and some light utility.
Anyone taken their vitamin D and had some water today?
I'm trying with the water, and I've had my vitamins. Actually,
Lovely.
yeah, I'm up to date.
You are up to date. I'm just making sure.
Taking some magnesium.
We as a CS community, all of the CS fans are going to be the most hydrated and the best skin in the game.
Yeah, let's do that, guys. Because if there's ever an award
for like the coolest fan base, sexiest fan base.
Well, you know, I always looked at the Counter-Strike players as like the jocks of esports.
Yeah, oh, for sure, we are the jocks of esports, and we just have to make sure we've got as few waste men as possible.
What's a waste?
A waste man?
Is it from a?
No, a waste man is just someone that's a bit of a waste of time.
Oh, okay, all right,
space.
yeah. Let's be fully functioning human beings.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I like that. All right, well, this is looking quite kinky towards A here, setting up for a go. Few smokes, couple flashies.
This is from the Zonic strat book.
Apex will be bringing up the rear here with the bomb, but here they come. They can overwhelm the AWP.
Flash, yeah, Safe complete. Blind and run down. Keeping this train trucking, and Drop could deal a lot of damage. ZywOo actually legged him. Both of them 10 HP, not ready for Keserato. This is the chaos that they thrive within.
Lucky the bomb of Apex didn't make it all the way up, because they can still pivot right now. This is still a very good round for Vitality. Remember, it was an all-in, a big purchase, and they could just hit the brakes right now and wait for a bit of re-aggress. You know that Art loves a bit of re-aggress.
His thing, it is his cup of tea.
Well, Magisk back down mid now alongside of Apex. This starts to become very, very interesting. ZywOo, the X Factor, and Keserato to lock down B. So Keserato, 1 for 1. It's still not good enough here. Vitality will still have a chance. If he gets both, well, yeah, that's Captain Obvious in the server for you.
Good to see he's still around. So well drilled. He's got his crosshair in the right place. Divide a smoke to separate. And swings out to try and trifle with 2 of them. They've done well. Yeah, the War of Attrition won. That opens up the site. Art is going to arrive. And Art will not find anything more than the first spray. Molotov down now. His teammate joins him. He hits it eventually through the coffins. If he knew they're so low, he'd be so desperate to connect. Oh, Zai was allowed to get the frag, get away. Careful now with HP like that.
He's going to save.
He doesn't know.
Oh, Lord, how do they end up dropping the ball on that one right there?
Yeah.
Safe getting caught off guard on the long side by the pop with the AWP, and then Drop just overextending in library. Like, he was overwhelmed, and he's trying to get as many kills as he can. Those two deaths are the ones that really unraveled all of this. And a great response. So.
Oh, no. Oh, okay. Sorry, just for a moment there, I thought Zai was going to round the corner into that AK. He's not falling into any silly business there, and so we can stop interrupting Chad.
That was it, right? So he gets caught off guard. But this is with Drop. He takes like a fight again, and the thing is, he was already overwhelmed. So you can see he's trying to respond to help his teammates, but he should have been selfish in that moment. Sometimes you have to be selfish, especially if you're the guy in a rough position, which he was. But to buy again, of course, the AK was the only weapon they retained, but they're able to get up a FAMAS, an MP9, a 5.7, and a Scout. So this truly is an odd buy, and this is a big push.
Yeah, Drop can ruin everything on that one. Good awareness. Apex has actually dealt with it, so competitive now for Furia.
It is honestly just have these opening little gambits from either team and then find yourself in the mid-round. That's all this is coming down to.
6 already in their T-Bank account there. They're not going to be too upset with that. Pulling out a CT smoke so early is great. Little art cam, if you're wondering what the other side of the map looked like.
It's a very good position for him to find himself in, because now he can completely secure A, but the attack's coming towards B. They can call this out. Caserado snapping Turtle up close.
Yeah, we would love an AWP frag, and it's actually just the Scout. Do excuse me. Magic's going to punish that, and now the 5.7. Yeah, not long for this world, so call it 7.
Likely to be. I feel like they can get double digits here, Vitality, honestly. The money's in the bin over there for Furia. Like, absolutely in the bin. 1900 in the next. Yeah, I think that Vitality are, I don't want to say definitely winning this map, but they should be winning this map, especially with this great first half that they're having. I think 8 is almost a guarantee, considering the finances. 9 likely, and 10 would be a dream. But if you're just joining us for today and you missed Vertigo, it was an absolute banger if you're a Brazilian fan.
Yeah.
It was great Counter-Strike out of Fury. They looked good. Art was manufacturing openings out of nowhere.
And not forgetting just how good Furia have looked since they arrived. You know, let's not forget we've had a bit of a hiatus. But they've come into this tournament and not really let off the gas. We've seen them take down Outsiders, which is a big scalp to take, considering just how much is on the line for them. And they did it convincingly. Like, it was a reverse sweep. They lost Mirage. Perhaps maybe that's a little hint as to why they didn't continue. Oh, they didn't pick it because it was banned, Alex. Overpass and Vertigo, though, they smashed them 16-8, 16-7.
Later today as well, we have Outsiders versus Ent and FaZe versus Sprout.
Oh, Outsiders Ent, bro. That could be a really good
That's the next game as well. You don't have to go too far, everybody. That one will be kicking off at 4 p.m, roughly 2 hours' time, assuming this one doesn't go for another 6 hours or so.
Ents have been brilliant upon arrival.
Art's in the wrong place here. If it's a B exec, they should stroll in for free. Art's in Boiler. He's going to see there's not a whole lot. You two are being lined up and dumped, and in they come.
Just go B and try and kill Yuri. Cross, silence bullets ring out to whistle past their heads, but yeah, this one a formality now. Find him. Oh, Safe gets away with it and gets an AK. If his pre-fire was a little closer to the mark, he could have made it even more interesting.
Come on, guys.
Still haven't planted.
Yeah, come on, plant. It's all good. It's all right. I always got your banana control. It's all good. They've smoked it off now. They don't even have to worry.
Just hanging on by a thread, Apex, again. Low HP, not stopping his adventures, though.
Well, there's the 8 we just were talking about.
Yeah, 9 would have been nice. 10 would have been brilliant. We'll see as the funds have been saved. And if you're Furia, I mean, you know, how much more of the gimmicky stuff can you throw down? This was a rather standard play. Obviously, they had to try and make that save rifle do something, can contribute somewhere. So they had Art parked somewhere in ups.
Yeah, this is one of the harder maps to do those type of moves. One of the harder maps, like Overpass on the CT side, where you can somehow appear behind 4 players, you know, because you found them on a timing or something like that. On Vertigo, obviously, playing around in the smokes, and being able to work for A ramp control, even going down the ladder, weird timings. The money here is still enough to get the buyout for Furia. They've finally been able to build a loss bonus. Next round, what will be the final round, they're only going to get 2,900 loss bonus, so you might even see a save out of them here if they lose the site early. And a third timeout called for Gary now. Every time he's taken a timeout, they've converted the round off the back of it. So let's see if that stays at 100% success rate here for Gary. Because that would be really good if they can grab themselves one more. We all know how it goes, even on a 9-6 half, you swap over, you win the pistol on the T side, before you know it's 9-9, you completely forget about those woes. Still not easy to get through with all the gunnies, but there it is, ZywOo straight through the smoke, making it easy. And you're right, if Safe had been able to get that kill on Masuda, could have been a different complexion of a round. But timeout called, and well, you asked the question about the gimmicks. How many more do they have? Let's find out. No AWP. Kit, util there. 3 players towards B, drop Art and Queserado. I think it might be nice having Art here, especially knowing he will likely barrel down Banana if they go for control. Currently maintained over towards Sandbag. ZywOo's gone for his trademark maneuver right there and been dispelled. More nades coming through. And yeah, here he comes, here he comes.
Look how many nades have just been thrown down, and there's more to come. ZywOo is aggressive. Maybe Art's aggression could cage it. Oh, and just the jump betraying drop. ZywOo, only the first. Art does one better. Magisk, 99 damage inflicted, and through the smoke they strike. Magisk is essentially a ghost.
He's going to come through. He's just going to push.
Oh, that's only going to make you madder. That's only going to make you madder.
The thing is, they're going up mid right now. Art has a good idea that he's been spotted on the radar, well, and the kill feed. So what's the likely response? He should be a little bit weak here. He hasn't gone through. Queserado's rotated over, though. What's the timing like on this?
They pause, hoping to catch an inquisitive CT, but Magisk will just be the first victim. The second is easy for Queserato, and he's confirmed Dupree is there as well. Looking very clinical. Bursts the head down, and that 6th, we called it compulsory, and it's been secured by Furia. So though Inferno definitely looks like it's more in the Vitality wheelhouse, we have got a game here, and Art has got an AWP.
I wouldn't mind seeing him go Banana again. Do it again, because like they've still been having issues over towards Banana. Seems like Art's the only one who can help them out in that regard. The others were struggling to get it done. This has happened every time. Both of these coaches have taken timeouts off the back of each other's timeouts. And this one is called now by Zonic again. So both teams in the second half of play, when things are going to spice up a whole extra layer, will only have 30 seconds apiece that they can chip on in. Zonic wanting to make sure that they get, you know, not inseparable at the half, get them the 9-6, a 2-round buffer here. And I'm sure Gary wants to do the same. He gets an opportunity because of this to talk the troops through this double AWP setup. I feel like long is quite easily exploitable again. Safe can be overrun with that AWP. They've done it with pistols. They can definitely do it with AKs.
Definitely did it with the Tech 9. Util simple yet effective. Art this time dispatched to have a little look and glance down middle. They have a flash for accommodating for this peak. And he's actually going to post up on second mid as the flash arrives, so hopefully a bit of a deterrent will function as such. Art, Crab walks in and deletes Dupree. That's a huge leg up in the round, a 4v5 now for Vitality to try and overcome. And there's more. Art
so frustrating.
Catches ZywOo.
Remember, Slacks was doing this the other day to them. Slacks from Sprout was doing this. He was constantly late picking middle and making their life a misery. Safe's found one. It's just a 2-on-5.
Oh, it's getting really a bit too big for his boots. Gets away, the barrel, he's still in boiler. Art is stubborn, but 8-7, that is a game. Furia managed to make a competitive half out of it. Bursts of brilliance, 3 rounds, the most they can find in consecutive fashion. Vitality 8, looking to push us to 3. We're gonna take a break and be right back to find out if nuke is necessary.
Long.
Maybe Brazil.
I'm playing against flash.
They smoked Art.
Flash. One more, I think.
Yeah. One more.
Come with me.
Nice.
Go shot.
One more. Nice.
Let's go shot.
I come back.
Queserato is maybe there, careful.
Yeah.
I'm only pit, wait.
Nice boys.
Good job.
Nice guys, good round.
Good trade, guys. Good trade. That's exactly what we need to do.
Vitality just lead. But what master plan does Art have in play for us?
Yeah, this could be fun. They just can't die before they use it. That's my pro analysis.
Precisely, my dear Watson, as 1x bet odds at the top of the screen is still favoring the Brazilians. It's been Brazilians over there on Vertigogo, but let's see if Inferno can be theirs too. Good nade damage there. Drop chipped away. Down to 61 back as that does a lot more. 25 and Apex has fallen.
Okay, mission so far is going to plan.
They should just go B.
Yeah, you'd think so. I don't know why they're being so hesitant. The bomb's just gone back down to Ramp, and Yuri's going to go and poke and prod in A. I suppose if he finds Masuta, then the A site's clear.
Doesn't need to commit. He doesn't need to commit because now he knows they're playing off of mid. It's been a rotation over towards B. Zywoo's coming back, and now they go back towards the B bomb site.
Oh, here they come, and Dupree does track a nice one. Art's gone. Magic's back at the site. They can molly him out. They can molly him out. They'll just shoot it.
This is over.
Yep.
Oh, is it? Hold up.
Zywoo exists, though, and that's always a threat.
That nade that he has, if it finds safe, wrong direction towards triple. Well, Zywoo's good, and he has the kit. Let's see, can he pull out one of his little magic moments?
Mathieu Zywoo Herbeau. Walking on in, looking for trouble, and it's 3 predictable angles. That's all it takes, safe. One click of the P250, Frenchman's brain splattered across the coffin. We go 8-8.
Now, this is curious because in the first half, I don't believe that Vitality went for the force buy, right? They went for the save, and then they got the AKs out in the third. So let's take a little bit of a look as we get these juicy little highlights here. Good stuff from Drop there. If it is going to be the force buy from Vitality again, I can confirm before we get back underway, it will be. So a couple of 5-7s, a couple of digs, and plenty of smokes. That has been the key when talking about Vitality on these rounds. How good they are at blocking off choke points. One way to deal with that early is a little bit more aggression. Go for a contact play, go heavy utility, take some space, force out this utility quickly. Not seeing that just yet, but the nade is a decent chunk of damage. One back from Apex is shy of the mark. Chip damage onto K-Serrato at best.
Oh, and that's a lovely find. Straight through the smoke. Apex just trying to maneuver.
See what he dropped there, there's a smoke.
Yeah.
So one of those key smokes is already gone and on the ground.
Yeah, just by going for a little... I mean, you can't even call it aggressive maneuver. The smoke was up, it sprayed through.
It took an extra liberty, right?
Yeah,
that's it.
that's
That's it. And they're into B for free. So the other 4 will have to hold on to what they have. Art will continue to probe here with K-Serrato and Safe. Drop will pick up the bomb, and Yuri, well, he's the man closest to any frags here. He's in Boiler. So what's going on the B side? Doesn't matter for now. It's a question mark. Does Yuri want to get interested? Does he want to get curious? Does he want to find them, or does he just want to sit and wait?
I suppose Yuri's probably one of the more restrained individuals on Furia. You know, there's a lot of people I would assume are already shooting at people, but...
Yeah, I expect Art any second to just see him appear. Well, they are hunting.
He's overtaking Drop. It's a race now.
This is a full hunt
Through
as well.
Banana, takes a hard left, and across the line.
Here we go. Well, Yuri has utility here. See what he decides to throw out.
Oh, this is going to be a very sour note if they do lose what little they brought in. They're just looking to have another bite of the cherry. They just want to have another go. That's all they want. That's all they desire. Why are they waiting so long? Maybe it is just caging. Or a nade. Just... Oh, this is not as peaceful as it could have been. Art does use his MAC-10 to find one more, but some Deagles and some Kevlar is saved. It really isn't that much to celebrate, regardless either way.
Gary's got a bit of a grin on his face right there. A little bit of a cheeky smile. I think, and so is Art. One's starting to creep onto his face as well. And this is where the round ended, right here, guys. Because they were leaving Apex to solo B. As soon as he's gone down, you can see the X-ray right there. There was a player starting to rotate. And now they're going to start 4 players B with Dupree solo A. 2 HEs, a smoke and a flash. Deegs short. How much can they really hope to get out of this? Furia destined for 10 now in case... or unless they make a bit of a mistake. Nice nade down the back pocket.
Oh, this is great. K-Serrato should be punished here. Should being the operative word, because he gets 2 on the Galil. And the USB of Magis stands his ground in the flames. I can't believe he's still alive.
Well,
Really
this is very interesting.
playing with fire.
It would be more interesting if there were more players in Banana to get these guns.
Yeah, so now instead it's just going to be a naked P2K. A slightly clothed Deagle. on the Dane. Dupree.
Well, we don't want him to be
Drop.
indecent with the deagle.
No, certainly not.
Here they come. Just combing through the map. Have you ever seen a beach sweeper?
A beach sweeper.
Beach sweeper.
If I know Australians, that's some sort of bug.
I don't know the actual name of it, but it's like the tractor that goes along the beach, and it has like, it's like a comb at the front. It's like a bucket that like
Is it to
collects all
kind
the
of
trash.
comb out all of the used needles and stuff?
With that, but mainly like bottles and stuff. I don't know how. Are there a lot of used needles in the beaches where you go?
No, I just presumed that would be something that I wouldn't want. I wouldn't want in the sand.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
You know, like if I was
yeah.
making a list of things I don't want on the beach.
That's true. Yeah, used needles is one that you'd hope it would
Especially with
find.
the whole barefoot vibe.
I don't know
Nothing
how.
quite like it.
Don't know
Bare
how
feet.
fine the teeth are.
I need to finish my sentence because I just said there's nothing quite like it bare feet. There's nothing quite like it bare feet on the sand.
Okay.
You know, like on the hot sands. I'm not one of those. You can speak to Harry for any of your feet complaints.
Nothing quite like. Okay.
No,
yeah.
it's nothing quite like it. Bare feet, Chad. Nothing quite like it, mate.
Oh, dearie me.
But on the hot white sands.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I love that.
Must feel nice between the toes.
Doesn't it? And apparently, my dad's a bit of a hippie.
Are we grounding? We're talking about grounding.
There we are. My dad's a bit of a hippie, and when I got the vid, you know what he did? The only advice he had for me was like, "Are you taking your vitamin D?" Yes, Dad. And have you heard of grounding?
Ah, I see.
So he had me standing in the park with my bare feet. I did feel better, but it might have something to do with the whole being outside and touching grass thing.
Yeah, well, that's your
touching grass.
connection with Mother Nature.
It is, yeah. Just getting back to the world, and there's some crazy studies. Just put your feet on the ground, guys. That's the secret, apparently.
Away from the needles, though.
Away from
Avoid
the
the needles.
Once the beach sweepers had his...
Stay away from the tetanus.
Jeez.
So, top mid molly there to deny a short side peek. Cyber was peeking from long, so Apex will have been spotted on that jump there. K-Serato safe and Art working on that banana control. Another smoke towards the half wall to deny access for now, and made on the boots of Apex here. Nothing lost, nothing gained.
Certainly not. Now we see Furia and Vitality going toe to toe, foot to foot. Here on Inferno, 60 seconds as they do start to congregate back towards the B site. You're going to be seeing the responsibility pass to drop, not Yuri this time. And some juggled util means Apex will be a supportive component. Masuta is just a bag of bones. And bullets! Oh! Hey, never mind. Art's really having fun today. 18 and counting. An interesting smoke thrown out by Apex to divide. And not clearing their boost. That's a good punish. Art's dealt with it, but it's an even numbers game. Art is right between the wickets. He's got Magisk on one side, Apex on the other. So we will clear drop.
Great clear.
Necessary. Man advantage now. Head on a swivel for Art as he is just overcome by the numbers. K-Serato just doesn't have the health for this. I need to see a clean one tap to start to believe. And they're going to be smart about this. They'll play it with their numbers, use their nades, and that's the end of that.
Well
That's
done.
what I wanted to see from Vitality. 3 from Apex as well. Turns out he can win rounds alone as well as lose them on his own. That death on the Deagle paid for with a 3K.
Beautiful stuff. Well handled there from Vitality. They're going to keep a one-round difference here. Plenty of cash to splash over there for Furia, so no dramas in the buy department as the timeout is going to be called. And this will be the final timeout which Gary can call, right? The final timeout that Art and Furia can make. The only one remaining in the next 10 rounds of play is going to come out if Zonic decides. If Zonic says, yeah, let's give it to him. Let's give him this 30-second breather. But remember, every time a timeout was called from Furia, they converted off the back of it. So another shot at that.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't take much more now to start looking like a Furia conversion is not imminent, but certainly possible. Now, that was the 3-0 conversion, and since then, of course, we just watched the Vitality boys with a nice finish, despite Art up to his usual tricks. So we're going to start to get a real taste of how far this goes. ZywOo on his AWP.
Art's got one on the T side here. We don't see Safe on the ult very often, do we? It's few and far between. They operate with the rifles consistently.
I mean, I guess finding a player who's like a perfect balance of capable, reliable AWP when Art doesn't want it, and capable, reliable rifler is not an easy player to find, who's also not got the ego that a star AWPer should have. You know, it's a really unique fifth spot that Furia have, given Art's leadership and preferences. Bang, good nade. chipping away. I actually want to check in on that utility. Is that what you were about to do?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Hang on, revenge. Revenge is struck, and it's served ice cold. Apex takes down 2 through that half-wall smoke. The rest should just be a formality now. So early, 60 seconds, but these boys have got a 2-man disadvantage. It's not like it's not possible, but it's certainly not probable. ZywOo posted up on Boiler Drop. If he does continue this adventure, he could be a dead man.
They have to manufacture a pick here to make this interesting, and I don't know how they're going to do that. That was Safe's chance. It was on the slither. He's already been smoked off, and he's been playing with Art for too long, apparently.
He's not dead.
It's forced a rotation at least. But the bomb is here, though.
There's no way Dupree doesn't get this kill. Oh,
Great teamwork. Really good stuff.
Work.
Well, this is handled now, isn't it?
I do like the new box smoke as like a theory, you know, like when you can't mod. Oh, I didn't quite get what I thought it would. But if you're full grey screen one behind it, it's not. It's actually operating as a nice little bit of cover. And there goes drop down. As we see Vitality post their 10th. We are trading blows now. That's 2 on the trot from the defense.
They might even get another round here consecutively because the money's not fantastic for Furia. And as I mentioned, there's no more timeouts for them to take. So if they even wanted to have a discussion as far as the money goes, they don't have time. It's just 20 seconds of freeze time to get it done. They're dropping some stuff across here. Art's been given a Mac 10. Let's see what he can do with that. Kevlar on him and drop. Pistol upgrades for everybody besides Quesarado, who just has a Glock and a flash. Deep mid smoke combined with the molly, and fast banana they go. Art needs to get an entry here, and he hasn't, but the trade at least.
It's something until Apex makes it nothing. Dissolving at his hand. Safe, looking to be impressive. He's only got the smoke out before he dies, but Vitality will, as you prophesied, convert the freebie, the gimme. We get the AKs back out, and looks like Art doesn't have the funds for all the fun.
Maybe he'll... oh, actually, Safe has dropped him something here. They're juggling the guns around still. This might be another faster play, actually, Alex, because Quesarado has ended up with the Mac 10 out of all of this.
Does he have the spawn?
Yeah, he does. He's got the first spawn out here, so at least if they want to apply a lot of banana pressure, he can run straight up first. But if he goes down with nothing, that's going to be hard to swallow.
Just really wants to fight. And he's run
necessary.
Straight into drop. Already the man advantage. The Mac 10 spotted. Good utility. He's going to have you basically locked in. ZywOo, though, look how proactive he is.
And they know the AWP's here, though, right? They know the AWP was here. It took a shot. They can quickly try and scurry up middle.
Yeah, but the utility implies this is an all-in A. You can see Masuta is hightailing it there. Great chip damage from the nade. Dupree has done one better. Drop down. Art posts one for Furia. We are into the site with a man advantage for the South Americans. Long fight for Quesarato. Oh, and he gets it. ZywOo tracks nicely in the smoke. The two of them, Dupree and ZywOo, combining forces.
Yuri's looking for Dupree right now. You can see him starting to walk down mid to try and find himself a better angle. And I think that shot from ZywOo with the jump back is securing the round here. So tit for tat continues. And that was an opening kill from Drop that was mandatory, right? That push from Magis was a risk. And if Drop doesn't get that kill, the round could very quickly spiral. But the reaction, you're wondering, why is it so quick onto A? Well, they knew that ZywOo's AWP was spotted over towards B. So they were quick to run down the top mid and A positions.
So maybe what I was... Because I was about to ask you about Furia's trading, as in it always feels like whenever there is an engagement, Furia are very good at leaving with the man advantage, and I'm sure there's nuance to that. But you used used reaction as opposed to trading, and I think that might be a better word to summarize it, because sometimes they go for these one-man missions or these untradeable positions, which usually we're critical of, but they're not untraded because on the other side of the map there's space taken, there's fights taken, and that's where Furia's power really lives.
Yeah, if you can pull information out and then react accordingly with that information, right?
Instantaneously.
Yeah, so they're able to get ground off of somebody else's death, right? It didn't die in vain. We were able to convert off the back of that info. But guns back out. Let's see what the change is. Aggression towards Banana as they're boosted. Well, look to boost around the half wall. I guess they've canned that one at some flubbed missteps. But they do have control, and they're trying to go up mid here, Alex. Very quick. Oh, once passed. ZywOo didn't shoot. Does now.
Mission accomplished.
Dinked.
And that is his usual tricks. He's got no HP for this. Quesarato trades, but Dupree puts his name, and it's just going to fall apart at Magisk's hands. Another peculiar way to commit to the site. The frags just come their way.
I think when they saw all the utility towards Banana, they were ready for the 3B, right? And that's why Furia skyrocketed up towards A, but a great response there from Vitality to get all the Dougs in the right places. This was good by Zywoo. Apex was already passed. He's going to punish... sorry, Art is already passed, not Apex at all. He's on the other side of the server. And then, yeah, just the anchor from Pit. Magis has been great throughout this group stage so far. And big frags from him. A little bit of frustration there from Art because, well, look at what this means. T-side AWP, 2 AKs, a Galil and a Deagle walk into round number 24.
And already going to be seeing a little bit of a attempt from K-Serato. Yeah, he is brave.
He's getting every kill through a smoke.
Yeah. I remember some crazy game where he did have like 18 through smokes. He wasn't seeing most of his opponents. Oh, Dupree's going to have to extinguish or run. And he just takes takes safe and gets away. That's the opposite of what we've been talking about with Furia. That's funny, but not ideal. In fact, Vitality, they are going to be smiling ear from ear unless that happens as the regress comes through.
It's the woo.
It is the woo. He's going to have to give them a whack. Or wait for his team as the smoke makes his decision for him. At least he can call the pit cross.
That is a big Gapparoonie.
He's dead. Chad Birchall with the weather.
Well, they're both short.
And Yuri with the AWP, looking to be racking them up. He is just sailing towards the top of the scoreboard, having a lot of fun while he's doing it. Apex doesn't have anything to contribute.
Remember that 2-on-2 that we saw on Vertigo? I believe that's how the Swedes say it, where it was Magis and Dupree up against K-Serato, yes. And it was so well played and everything like that. This time, Vitality tried to do it by brute force. Like, there was no need to run in that regard in a 3-on-3 situation because it was a 3-on-3. Zywoo gave away his life. And at that point, then it's 2 players having to retake a bomb site that is very difficult to get back into. So not the same level of team play that we had seen throughout. And the game now will be 12-12. Remember in that Sprout matchup, it was like one misplay quite late. Obviously, Raoul's had some wonderful clutches. Fantastic work from him. But it was one misplay late with a player over-peaking, and then it was going to go all the way to double OT. You want to avoid that, definitely if you're Zonic, first and foremost. And Vitality need to avoid that if they want to go to the 3rd map. So Dupree getting away with a cheeky one here. And, well, it still managed to fall apart. So this was a 3v5, I believe, Alex.
3v5, yes, indeed.
That ain't good.
No, the opposite of it.
Well, they're down to the Pistolas here. Apex with the save rifle, boosting him up into the Fallen boost, actually, with an M4.
Art's not shy, makes that clear. Even Safe, willing to post up on the unknown. So we're trying to be a rascal in the smoke as it fades, but just the USP, how threatening can you be? Yeah, he will give that up. Furia are scary. They are posted up now. They just park K-Serato and Banana. If you want any info, Apex saving his M4 has actually just moved that over to the B site. So Furia have as yet undecided as to where they'll be committing. I think K-Serato picking up that bomb and throwing it towards the A boys is an indication.
It's just 3 USPs on A. Like, that's it. I'm not scared. Are you scared?
I haven't been scared in some time.
Oh.
Excuse me, I said that with a yawn. It kind of sounded like I was doing an accent.
What accent would it have been?
Bored uncle.
Bored uncle?
Yeah.
Okay, we've all been there.
We've all had one.
K-Serato is walking into B. There's 35 seconds. I am starting to get a little bit more worried as the bomb is still down.
Oh, we found the rifle.
The bomb is still down.
Yeah, whose job is that? I'll do it, says Safe, and now Magis.
Alex, if this goes wrong...
I can't lose it.
If this goes wrong, Alex, this could go wrong.
It's going wrong. They picked up a rifle on site. They've picked up a rifle on site, and Apex is here, and they have to come in. They're coming up short. Pit does go down. Furia, though, don't have the time for this. Don't have the bodies. Do just about.
Oh, he's getting denied. He can deny.
Oh, my Lord. It's over. Just USPs and a save rifle. And Furia bumble it. Fumble it. And let it slip. Oh, dearie me. Vitality, get one back.
Old Uncle just got told there's a couple of frothies in the fridge, didn't he? Because, jeez, how do you lose that?
I mean, we watched how they lost it, and it was a multiple-step process. Oh, I don't feel, I mean, I feel for Keserato. He's not thought about that plant spot. He's just trying to get it down with 4 seconds on the clock. Masuta, the fact he gets to engage on drop first as well, they love that. The taste of victory for Vitality. It's V for victory. Well, it could be 3 for victory. Should we get to nuke?
But that is the worst round of Counter-Strike of the day.
Yep.
So let's frame
back to that.
Frame that one. Keep that one for the end of the day. I don't know if we do an award for worst round of CS, but that one is it. They had only USPs, Dan.
Yeah, just USPs and an Apex who was floating as best as he can to where the action unfolded. Yeah, that's going to hurt Furia. 1 for the confidence blown.
If they're not tilted, they probably should be.
Oh, that's the mega tilt. A double collat immediately equalized. A double collat? Yeah.
Double collab. Well, I think that would be 4 kills.
Yeah, a collat. A double through a collat.
Then a response of 2. So a double and a collat.
Thank you.
And back towards B into Apex domain. He's had a big game.
Can he bring the pain? Tucked on in to Emo. M4 for Keserato sounds a whole lot better than the MAC-10. He will just take cursory glances. That molly not landing at his feet is a very good sign of things to come. There is another on Zywoo. And it's gone now. Okay, yeah, things shaping up. Oh, perfect timing. Just as they start looking elsewhere, Apex takes 2 of the 3 down. And with 20 seconds, it's dropped to try and win the round. Force wide, but planting nonetheless, and does get it down. Zywoo, too well trained, will not take that 1v1 without Magisk in tow. Just a Galil for this fight. He's got double peak, and he will not be allowed to leave. Vitality will get up to 14. And Nuke becoming more and more of a likelihood here.
I feel like Furia are going to have the sense that they lost this game, right? Even though that it was an eco round they lost to in the score, they still had to get through gun rounds. Just that game and how deflating that would have been into a 4-spy. Now they're looking at roughly 3.2-ish across the board. That's the game. It's just gone down the sink. You flushed it down the dunny, and, well, here we are. That's the collat again. The instant response here. There was 2 that came on in. Keserato and Yuri both finding some damage, but Apex didn't have to do anything to get the kills, right? Obviously sitting and waiting, being patient, allowing them to make the misstep, not clearing their corners. And a big play from Apex here. He's getting fired on up.
You can see halfway through, he decides he should probably not be screaming down the microphone and continues to do so without. Well, it's light by. It's Furia with a lot of early banana control. A lot of early banana control.
Might just smoke and go.
They are,
yeah.
they are. Okay, very quick round incoming. Masuta, panic button hit. Well ahead of the incendiary. They can swing into the site, but they have it already. They haven't got the bomb, but they've got the site. They've got the ground.
There's 3 here from Vitality to defend. They have so much utility to try and deny. You can see the nade in the hand there of Apex that's meant to go when the bomb's going down. Another resmoke towards spawn. The thing is, Safe can plant here. He's on full HP. The nade shouldn't be too much of a problem. Here it comes. Oh, late as well. Still does something.
Nearly finished off Yuri.
Do they go for this, or do they set? No, they have so many nades. They can retake. Look at all the nades, the mollies, the smokes, the flashes.
Yeah,
they can do this.
This is going to be a complete fiesta. Take a look. Mollies, smokes, flashbangs, all to be deployed. The floor's going to feel very hot. Very few options available. Keserato stands for a few, but look at that flurry of frags for the CTs off the flash. They know where you are safe, and they will not let you go. 15 secured, and I mean, you can't fault both teams there. Great from Vitality on the retake. They had all the nades because it was so quick, and I guess that is one of the reasons we default.
I don't think Furia expected to get B for free.
No.
That's why the bomb was still down T-stairs and it took a while to get there. Because if they knew that they were going to get it for free, they would have had the extra utility to make a mid-round move, right? So they could have stalled out a bit more or pushed through or something. But it gets very, very desperate here. You can see Safe's like spam because he sees a barrel around the corner, completely giving away his position. And at that point, you know the round's over.
Magisk committing through his own Molotov to get that frag as well. Very gangster maneuver.
Yeah, this is looking a lot like Nuke now. One more round here for Vitality. Oh, and it started miserably. Look at all the damage.
He doesn't even need to see Zywoo to take the AWP out. Dupree activating. Oh, he didn't catch them, but they are walking mid. He'll have Boiler as an option as well.
The thing is, you're not going to go back and clear this window. But if they do go... Oh.
Oh, loves a peek, and he's walked straight into Masuta. Masuta dances with 2, knocks their heads off, and now 3 clicks away from that third map. They can do something with this, though. They've got 3 CT. Or 2 CT, excuse me, 3 maneuvering into safe. He has the bomb, but he's already cut 1 down to size, and now with the bomb lost on Banana, it gets very uncomfortable for Yuri and Drop. Will they be expecting both here?
Suda knows that something's up.
But can they somehow profit from the fact that they've got both here? They're both looking this way. And Drop's dead, and, well, Yuri can try, and as hard as he might, to make a round out of this. He's got 2. Dupree and Yuri now.
Oh, he smoked off bottom Banana. That's the thing. If he smokes CT, he could have had a buff with Dupree coming through spawn. Can't make a step, but has been given enough time to be close here.
He's got nades as well. How does Yuri position himself? Oh, it's going to be a head-to-head. It's crosshair, crosshair.
Oh!
He is far too well trained. That's round winning and indeed map defining. We will conclude. Inferno, Dupree closes it for them. It was a lot of openings from Magisk and Dupree this time. He closes. Nuke required to separate these 2 teams. Our 3rd day of play in Group B of ESL Pro League Season 15, and we go the distance.